Okay, I want to say hello to everybody. Welcome to this video. In this video, particularly in this video, we're just going to look at a few things really quickly. So, how I'm designing character positions and poses and things for action and my animation in general. So, if you watch my longer videos, you'll see a lot of stuff that I'm doing. But okay, so I've talked about doing this thing where I do like stick figures like that to start off with, you know. I might put a neck on there and a spine and just literally do a body like that without even joining the shoulders, you know, and the hips. I might just literally do it, something like that first off the bat, you know. So I just do it like that, you know, and then these are literally the arms, you know, things like that. Now I could just make this into a head, proper head, like a circle, you know, and that works also fine, like an oval kind of shape, you know. But I start off like that, okay, that's the basic thing I'm doing, basic thing. So I can start off like that. But the thing is, it's okay to do this, understanding this could be the spine, for example, here, see, and you can have a character, you know, it'll be like noodle kind of arms, so like natural, you know, to start with. But sometimes I find it more better, sorry, to understand this whole body in 3D. So having, you know, however it's going to be, you know, I'll put a body on and I'll break it up. So here's the torso and then the, you know, the pelvis. So this will be the arse crack, go up to from the centre of the spine there. Okay, you know, so you've got the character here. Put a little neck kind of like indication there, circle. So here, line down the middle of the body. This could be the spine if it was on the back, you'd imagine, but I'm just doing a line down the middle when you're facing them here. Torso, slightly bigger, a little gut area, and then the underpants, basically the pelvis. So it'd be someone standing here, you know. So I'm just doing a rough thing. These two characters are not actually fighting each other. It's just drawing two different pictures here. Okay, just trying to show you. Okay, so you know. So anyway, that's why I like to do it that way. Sometimes I like to just do these bodies here, so that, you know, put a little indication for the neck, as I say. This is here. You could have him like he's bending over or something. Maybe doing an exercise, who knows? Something like that. See, the torso bending over there. Boom. This could be like the indication on the side here. It's like they're wearing underpants. Don't forget, it looks like. See, so you can put like shoulders on if you want to as well, like here. It helps. And then put the joints in. So it's like he's cheering him on. Yeah, great, man. However you do the hands or wrists or whatever, it's up to you. But knees there, okay. You know, this could be there. You can put little joints in if you want to for the hips as well. Put a little neck in, as I say. You know. So it works well, okay, it works well. On the side, obviously, for the side part, it's like a pillow, so it looks like a pillow, you see. So torso, gut, it's bending in the middle, as you can imagine. You see a socket for that. So he could be sitting on a chair, on a train for all we know, okay. This could be this here, elbow, he's got his hands on his lap. Now this is the spine, right, so you can put that there, you can put the head, just join it up. Maybe looking at us or whatever, sitting on a box or whatever, you see. I think those legs are really way too short though, to be honest with you, but you know, so really they'd be probably about down here somewhere, or even just like that even. So we do those up here, these up here, fix that up, boom, boom, okay. And this will be about there. Okay, right, so then. So he's totally on the side, right? So fact his body really is, but I'm just saying, like, you'd have it a certain way. So this would be here. So if I just break it almost like a piece of chocolate, actually, or something like, it's on the side, see, it's like a cushion almost. So bang, bam, bam, bam. So this is here, socket for the shoulder, socket for the hip, and away we go. A little indication where the neck would be. The neck would obviously come up a little bit on an angle from the back. You'd put like a head on there. Don't worry too much. And you can add like some balls here also for like the actual deltoids of the shoulders, rather than just doing the noodles coming out. It's up to you how you do that though. But you do this here, say wrist if you want, then a hand shape, here, wrist if you want, and then a hand shape. Do some rough little lines here for like fingers bending around, or again just like these pointing here, and then these ones are bent, and you just draw around those later. You put a ball here for the socket on the hip if you want. Women's hips obviously being wider than a man's. This going down here, can't see the knees because they're further down, don't forget. Okay, now so let's go over here. So here now, okay, so with the heads, like I say, so we've got like this hairline, eyes line, nose line, mouth line. This kind of on the side, and the ears about here. We do some one eye here, he's looking on the side. Okay, so yeah, and we can put some scribbles there to show where the hair would be, and we can draw that in later. There would be obviously from here a chest area here too, and if this was a pelvis, a torso, it would be arcing like this, as I say too, and there would be a kind of angle to this groin area obviously, and everything. Well, this is just the basic thing, summary. So let's look again. So a couple of things. So step one it would be just like getting the basic position down, is what I'm saying basically. So I'm in here, I might do the body, or I might just decide to go for a stick figure, as I say. I'll put this here. So he's there doing his martial arts. Okay, this is the punch. There's this. You can put little shoulders in if you want little ones. It's up to you. His feet are out of screen. Okay, if you're wondering where the feet are, you can put this, as I say. It's up to you. When you work that neck out, I mean, you can work it out a bit higher. If you want to erase and do it again, it's up to you. I like to just do it however I can. Do a little bit of a line there. That's where the neck is. Okay. You want to make it a bit straight like that. Don't make it too much of a thing. Just make it really, really natural. The idea is really to go with a very simple sketch. So like this, you might do that, say that. That's what I would do. Literally, I would literally do that. But for certain positions, what I'm saying is sometimes you want to have that understanding. So like if he's here, he's ducking down, see, so I know that this is, you see how he's ducking underneath that, he doesn't want to get hit, see, so I'm having this kind of 3D understanding of, so I use that body, I like to draw the body in, and do a centre lines too, don't forget. Okay, so when that's done, okay, either one of these you can use, either one of these two, what I've just shown you there. But the idea is, if I just erase this for a second, just move this across for a second, bring this down, we do step 2 now. So this would be, either of those two drawings would have been step 1, okay? And let's go to step 2, okay? Step 2 would be, I'll just do a shape around it. You don't have to do this exactly like I'm doing, I'm just giving you an understanding. So, see, this here doesn't have to be perfect, just can be really, really simple. Just get a basic feeling of how this shape is going to be. Imagine you're just skinning the bones, so to speak, so that you're putting skin on the bones now, basically. So you're doing giving it. It's like if you've got if you know Blender, the 3D software. It's like you've got a wireframe and now you're putting the skin on, basically. So try to envision what you've got there in a 3D kind of way. Okay, once that's done, get rid of that. We can keep it on if you want. And you can just have it, merge them down, bring it down. And now we do step 3, which is blocking it out. So okay, so we're going to do step 3. That's if you've not blocked it out already. First of all, before we do that, we're going to add on the lines. Well, you can do it now. You can do it now. It's okay. Let's do it now. So we go here, go in, and we're going to try to get all the proportions right now. Bring that very faint down so you can just about see it, and try to get all the proportions right. So that means get that neck in there. See, and this is a good time to be doing this, as I say. So this is where you could do it. So I put the shoulders in, a line down. Now we're really doing, basically it's like another stick figure basically. You're just fixing it up. So and the reason we do these stick figure bones again is because the first one was just like loose noodles. As you can see, the legs down there pretty loose, right? And this one we're trying to get the proportions right, and also we're drawing from joint to joint. We're really doing the body now. It's just like you did the bones, then the skinning, and then the bones again. Now here I'm just going to go like, just draw a hand, however you will. You can put a few details on as well if you want like that. It's going to be here. Move it around. You can, move it around as well if you like, if you need to. So for this point, you might want to move it to get it in the right position. It's totally fine because you're trying to fix everything up properly now. You can size it up a bit if you want to, but don't be feeling like a prisoner to that too much, you know, where you've got there. Okay, now going along about halfway where you need to go, do that. Regardless if you're under drawing, we're going to make sure everything's in the right proportions. Go along here, joining up along the way if you will. Do the joint, then join it up. Doing the wrist I find helps a lot actually. Again, you can see the proportions, the muscles and everything aren't exactly perfect, but we're just getting the absolute thing what we need in. I'm going to make it that he's looking to the other side. So hairline, eyes line, nose line and mouth line. I'm going to bring it out somewhat at the front here. Try and shape up that face a little bit. Come back up here and put the ear in here. Oh, hang on, no, that's totally wrong. Hold on. What have I just done? Hold on, I've done that wrong. Excuse me. So it's the hairline, right? So, okay. So this is the nose line, but this is here, right? So this comes up here, up. Hang on, is that right? What have I done? Hold on. This is the eye line, right? Hold on. So hairline, eyes line, nose line, mouth line. Okay, that's what I've done wrong. So I don't know what happened there with that head. We'll do it again anyway. So hairline, eye line, nose line, mouth line, right? So let's go again. So the eyes will be about, so we're going to go, hang on, hair, eye line, okay. The nose line and the mouth line. That is right, isn't it? Hang on, yeah. About here, up there to where it goes. The eye would be here, and this goes here. That's right, exactly, that's right. This would be up to there like a mask, basically. You'd come out a little bit. And you do some scribbles. Okay, when you get to this point, do some scribbles around the hairline to give you a guide. You say, nice. Put that there. Get a few things in place. You may notice a few things that's kind of looking a bit weird, like very weird. Like for example, here, this arm is to move into place a little bit. Okay, that's better. Just adjust as you go along. Okay. Now, you can go along here if you want to. Just do it like that. But we want to break it into pieces. So here, his torso will be down there. There would be a chest here actually as well, but there's a torso. Then the body breaks into the third part, which is the groin area. Should be about there actually. Just do straight lines first of all. You can put some sockets if you want and stuff like that there, but we're just putting these here. You can do another line if you really want to for the hips. The most important thing are these balls here. These where no, you're just going to put them, join these up, see, to the knees. So it's like a wooden dummy. That's basically that, right? And then you should have your, even though he looks very static, I know they're pretty static and all the rest of it, you should have your basic design down now. So This one does look fairly natural, but it's not correct enough, right? Okay, now when you bring this down, we do step 4, right? So step 4, so you've got bones, like noodle bones, then fleshy skin, then wooden man kind of skeleton and skin, which we've just done. And what we're going to do now is do the proper thing, but it's not the proper thing, it will be like a sketch rather. So you go and do a bit of a sketch of your character on top. You could go ahead and do the proper thing. Make sure you've got a nice like kind of sized up thing. This is way too small, so I put 2000 or 3000 by either 1 or 2000 there. Whatever, just a larger size I'm saying. And you know, just go in and you know, just go with whatever you can do. You know, and then go in and just make it however you will. Move it across, move things around, as I say, to get the absolute best out of what you can get there. Okay, and yeah, and I'm just going to do a bit of a design. I can go nice and loose and even have like nice and loose broken up lines if I want to, because it's just literally a sketch. And if I get faster, if we can get faster, we can, you know, practice going really rough, and then what we can do is we'll get faster at doing the proper sketches and the proper drawings too. So into place, you might turn it a little bit like that, so it depends on you. You might want to flip it if it's more convenient for you to draw on the other side. It might be, but you've got to practice both sides, you know. Let's see, so we're about here, maybe that's better. So I'm moving it a bit off the line. Once you've got the art looking okay, that's okay. Flip it back, keep good. Turn it down a little bit if you want to see what you're doing. I've got it in a blue sort of colour, as you can see. Hold on, so here. So it doesn't matter if some of these lines don't look like 100% as they should here, because we will fix that as we go. This is just literally a sketch, remember. Literally a sketch, that's all it is. We can do the proper art on top. It doesn't matter if it messes up somewhat, you know. You can just adjust as we go along and see fit. That's the whole point. You can work with your opacities, you can work with various things. Yeah, okay. And okay, let's see how we go. So again, you can do as many layers as you wish as well. You could go in and do more layers of, like, you know, scribbling in things like this, making the muscles like that, you see, and then go on top of that. You don't have to guess necessarily. You want to make sure that you get everything proper. If you find it that you can't sketch something just off the bat like that, then use another reference. Give yourself more scribbles and stuff, or whatever you need, you know, to you know, to just at least give you a better overall thing, you know. So as you can see, my understanding here of the anatomy is not too good even. Well, study then, man. That's right, I know, but just going simple sometimes. Okay, so there we go, just a little thing. Okay, let's have a look. So okay, like there. I want to move them up a little bit now to get that arm in line. Remember, I'm not trying to win an award for. I say, remember, I'm not trying to win an award for this, it's just me doing what I'm doing here. The way I do it, you know. Takes something like that, and then okay. Now for here, it seems like we need to bring him a bit down because his body seems like it's a little bit too high on that for that picture. Oh shit! Okay. So here, so this bit part here, it goes down, and I'm going to go very carefully. In fact, it was okay. I think higher. Yeah, I think we got it kind of okay actually. Just getting paranoid. So raising certain things, fixing it as we go. Oh, so it takes a bit of patience, I must say. And then it's a case of working this. So this I might need something a bit higher still, and I think it looks okay basically like that. So, and then just doing that. Okay. And sometimes you'll see that, like, if you look at things, sometimes like you'll see one leg looks a bit longer than the other or some stupid shit. And you just gotta fix it up. That's a basic thing, you know. Oh, excuse me. So you come there, and it's just literally a basic thing. You just get rid of the backgrounds. Okay, and then you've got that, and then it's a case from there. If this is step 4, then the 5th step 5 would be to do a proper thing on top of this. So you go there, and we'll try and go as fast as possible. And I think, no, it's definitely a way of working things. Remember, you can change any parts. Make sure you're on another layer. Lock it up. If you don't make sure you're on another layer, you'll end up drawing on the same layer, and it will just be absolutely a nightmare to erase all of that. Just colour that eyeball there off the bat. Good. Okay. Now, what size are we on here? Fairly good size, but it just seems a bit, I don't know. I think 3000 might have been better actually, but it doesn't matter. Let's go here now. So what we're doing now here is just trying to erase, just avoid any scratchy lines and just go nice and neat, and we've got a nice guide there anyway. And also just like fix any bits we don't like along the way. Still, see here I'm just like going around that. Okay. See, fixing things up a little bit as we go. Another line under this. As I say, not going too crazy. Trying to relax. You can use a stabilizer if you want to as well. The stabilizer's up there. By that I mean the stabilizer which can fix your, keep your lines nice and smooth. What do you call that? Smoothing or whatever it's called, you know. You can move that across if you really want to. I've just moved his head across slightly there. just to make it line up better with that shoulder. Sometimes you see various things, you know. So nice and just going nice and calmly as I go through this. Trying to go quickly, but like, you know, confident enough, but like, you know, just like with your ability. As I say, I'm not the best at anatomy and stuff. I'm not. I made his finger slightly shorter there. Okay, good. That's that. I'm going fast, but I'm not going like, I don't want to go so fast to make it like an absolute mess without realising I was doing it. That can happen sometimes. So the lines can look tacky. Okay, come in here. Come in here, so okay. Now this arm, okay, here. Making that a bit bigger there still. Okay, let's have a look. So this comes here. I was trying to remind myself of certain anatomy sometimes, you know. Or whatever, it's a basic thing, you know. Okay, like here for example, like, as well, so. Okay, so I was going to have it like that though. Doesn't matter. Like those fingers there, that was like really, really, very, very unnecessary to draw all of those fingers. I didn't need to do that. Ooh, so erase that. Coming a bit there. Ah, it's like a fucking big fucking sausage. Shit, hold on. Be really careful. I'll just leave it like that. I know it could be much better, obviously, but you know. Couldn't it? Fucking hand, fucking. So, what are you drawing, man? Hieroglyphics? No offense to people that did hieroglyphics back in the day, but you know. And you know, you just do what you can do basically. Bit of a boring one, but there you go. I'm gonna just unlock that, delete it, turn, so delete it. I'll duplicate to make the lines a bit stronger. Zoom out, it's not too bad. Just select here and here by holding shift. Oh, we've got a little thing we missed there, so let's join this line up here. Okay, right, hold on. And that hand's gonna have to be how that hand's gonna have to be. God damn it. Here, and then I'm going to go to a very large brush, very large, it's faster I feel, I just feel so. Going to another layer below this now, adding another layer, and I'm going to select inverse and select the skin sort of colour. Okay, yeah, like that. Okay, and now making sure that is black too, isn't it? It is black in here. Let me just check that, is it? Duplicate it as well. Okay, now I'm going to go to select the paint bucket tool, go to deselect that bottom layer, the coloured one, which is underneath the line layer, and go to protect alpha. Then I'm going to choose black. I'm going to choose a different colour, just choose like choose yellow. And for the trousers we'll go red. And it's set to expand by 1, top of expand by 1, but the reason it's not going over the lines and fucking them up is because I'm selecting from the canvas. So I'm selecting colours from the I've got this to be referencing the canvas basically when I use the paint bucket tool. However, it's on a layer below it, and that's the best way to do it. That way you won't go over your lines. Oh, excuse me. There's this part here. Oh. Okay. Now the eye, we're going to have to just paint it in because it's kind of awkward to do. Sometimes. Depends. Yeah. Good. Not too bad actually. For what it is, you know. Okay, that's that done. You can go, and as I say, I know the hand's a bit of a wonky hand, isn't it? I know. You could undo that actually for a second and just see. So, if I really wanted to fix that hand, I could do it. I could go to here, turn this off for a second, and just do a brand new hand. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Let's just erase that, okay, and make another hand underneath here with like a little sketch, okay. So I'm going to go to here and draw a little scribble kind of hand like that, okay. You'll see. So this is the hand, this is the thumb part, this is this. I'm just doing it a different way. You see that here? Trust me. And that is not great, but you know, might be a bit better. Now it looks like Skeletor. I'm going to bring that down, go to the black, and just be really careful how we do that. Another layer just to be sure. A small one. Oh, I need to erase this part of the body as well. It's in the way, right? So, in a moment, let's. I think what I'll do is I'll just hide that part behind there. It's okay to do that. Because I'm just doing shit here. Just do it like that. Now we can get away with that anyway. I'm not going because I'm trying to do a quick thing basically, you know. Close that down, erase this part here, fix that. It's going to be okay for what it is. Delete that, put that back in, colour this here. Oh, it should be on this layer. Fuck, I'm going to put this here. Protect alpha is what I need to do here. Unprotect the alpha. Erase this part here, let's quickly do a black line. Merge it down. I actually colour this part here. It should be on that layer. That layer. Merge that down. Zoom out. Make it darker now. Oh. I'm going to bring this darker and go to this cutout version, eraser version of the freeform shape drawing tool. Just cut some nice cuts out of this and just don't spend like forever on it necessarily. You can do obviously, but we're just going nice and you know, to the point, to the cut. Yeah. And it just adds that nice bit of detail to it, you know. Yeah. You can see like AI taking the piss out of me, like what the hell is that shit, man? I know, but it's just my choice, man. I'd rather draw my own shit than use AI to do it, man. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? merge that down, bring up the colour. Yeah, that's it. Oops. Play with the hue a little bit if you need to. Yep, you know, yeah, not too bad. When it's coloured in, you get a bit more of a thing. I'm going to go to overlay mode and choose white with a pen. And is it going to draw over the white? Hopefully not. No, the blacks, I mean. I'm going to turn this, overlay that now. Turn the opacity slightly down now. And just put a bit of like a highlight on, you know. On various muscles. I should clip it to it. Now, clip that layer to that, by the way, I forgot to say. Clip it. Very important to clip it to the layer, okay? Remember to clip it. And that will probably do. If it's a bit too much, you can erase certain areas because it's on another layer, as I say. It's just literally a little highlight, that's all it is. And, you know, bring it down if it's a bit too much. You can try things like, where is it? Hard light. Turn it down, that's pretty bit better. Merge that down. You can go on top if you want with a bit of another colour like a pink or whatever. Like an airbrush. And clip it to this layer and go to like overlay or colour or something. I'm going to go to overlay. And I'm just going to paint really gentle, not too much, like low opacity brush as well, by the way. You know, and just like erase various areas, just certain areas are going to be on there. It gives a bit of colour to it. You know. And bring that down again, merge it down. Play the contrast and stuff, see the contrast, yeah. Saturation again, you might want to bring it up again, depends. Go your tone curve. Now it could be any colour skin, I'm just making him, he's a light skinned guy, but it's just, this is just the lighting I'm just doing here, just trying to play with the contrast and stuff. If you get some weird kind of tones going, you can obviously play with that saturation and work stuff again. Different things here, okay? So we can go on another layer here. Let's make him like some guy on a beach, right? I'll just do this first for starting. I'll just do this. First of all, I'm going to make the sky with a, where are we? Why is that not working? Oh, because it's not got the right tool. Do this one. Okay, now we're going to put the sea, which is going to be a selection first of all about here, and we're going to make another layer. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to just change the direction of it, I think, yeah, like that, and we're going to make it darker slightly, and that's the sea. Okay, even slightly darker, maybe. Hold on. Like that, that's good, very good. Yeah. Now make another layer on top of this one, and we're going to do this. I'm going to deselect that, make a rectangle that's going to be yellow about there, like a beach, you see. Cool, yeah. I'm going to move him across here a little bit, move him a little bit, we can do that, it's okay. And I'm going to basically select it, and well, give a slightly lighter one and a darker one. Just play with that a little bit there. Oh, excuse me. Select the whole thing. Go to select from opacity. Maybe better. Of that. Yeah. Okay. Okay there. And then play with the contrast if you want. I think it's okay as it is really. I want to just merge the sky and that down, deselect, play with the saturation on that. Yeah, nice, see, get some nice blues. Come there, play again with the saturation if you think it is a bit too much. The character, make him a bit brighter there. He's got to stand out, you know what I mean? He's got to stand out. Tone curve, whatever. It's like the lowest area is like darker there for the lines to be nice. You see what I mean? Okay. I think that's okay. Over there. Okay, now this one I want to make this slightly blurry. I think what I'll do is I'll just cut this area here and give it a slight blur. Slight blur there. So the blur is there. On the edge of the beach there. Deselect, nice. And in the sky, above it on another layer, what we'll do is we'll add like a little bit of I was going to put like, you could put like an island or a boat or something. You could put some like little what do you call it, waves if you wanted to, but I'm not going to bother. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go here and do some like, you know, clouds. I'll make them white, obviously. That was just an accident. Could move them up a bit. Okay, good. Give them a fade. You know, a bit like that or something like that, you know. Even still, cut into them if you're not happy with it. With the eraser. Give it a bit more of a fade. It's okay, blur I should say. And I'm going to merge that down, duplicate that, go make it darker there, boom. You'll see why in a moment. And I'm going to go with this airbrush eraser and in the center and just fade out and erase, so we get this kind of effect, right? Now one thing I would like to do with this character, I don't know if I should do it. I'm going to merge these down first of all, give it a slight blur in the background. That looks better, because I want this character to stand out, is what I'm saying. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this character layer, go to select from opacity, okay? Make another layer and then drag it below that, fill it with a whole very large full pen black, okay, black. Deselect now and go to select from opacity of this layer. Oh, no, deselect, sorry. Choose the paint bucket tool and choose active layer. So we're colouring this one beneath it, okay? I'm going to click and it's set to, as you can see, expand by 1. So if I press that, 1, 2, each time I press it, it's adding another layer of lines to it, see? So we don't want that to be too thick, but it's like, do we need to? You just have a little look and see. You know, I think it's okay, but you can bring the opacity down slightly if we think it's a bit too much. I don't think we even need it. Let's just leave it. Let's just not have that. Merge it down. Now, play with that a little bit more now. We can also go to, while we're here, we can also go to, where are we? Chromatic aberration. And see what it looks like if you want some like cool like effects. Turn it down a bit lower. That can sometimes help, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm a little showing you what we can do. You can go to unsharp mask and try what that looks like. Just have a little look, you know, sometimes you can do that. Cover this here. Sometimes you get some good like looks and stuff, but I don't want to have that, so just get rid of that. Don't have that. You can also do other things. So I'm going to save this. You can also try black and white and see what that looks like. You know, and different things. So that's a little picture we've done today. This will put a bit of thumbnail on this. So I'm just going to save that there. Let me just show you a black and white one now. So I go there, black and white. I go to hue, saturation all the way down, and then obviously you can play with that tonal curve if you want to, or the contrast or whatever, you know, to bring up whatever you might want to have style wise there. And that might be something really cool you might want to have. Play with the levels again. You know, yeah, you can have some really cool stuff going on sometimes. You might want to try from here to have like a color gradation map or something. You might want to try something like that. Try out some different things, gradation map. Things like to see what you can come up with, you know. See what they look like. That's pretty cool, right? Yeah, but this is alright. I think what I'll do is I'll save this as a reference for myself. I want to flip it or try different effects and things, you know, to see. Okay. So saving that. Yeah, no, I think that'll be enough for one video. Really, here. Another video. I hope you've enjoyed it. But we'll show you again. So we did this here. Okay. And of course this version as well. Okay. And you may just want to work in black and white, you know, just it's quite more simple, isn't it, really? But you know, before we go, I should say this: don't forget to eat, don't forget to drink, and don't forget to sleep and exercise. But no, I'm just saying here, right? So here you could do anything like that. So you could come here, say head, you know, or just get the basic thing down. So you could put a target and then work it out. Okay, so I want this character here to be like punching the target. Well, my spine's over there, you know, these legs like that. He's like, you know, really leapt into it, you know, boom, you know, like that. Okay, so that's that. Now we bring that down. I've kept the target in there as well. So step one, okay, neck, boom. Okay, step two. This is step two, right? See, remember, just quick review. Step two, okay. This is step two. Really rough. Half crack if you want it. There you go. You can go follow the lines, whatever line there. Okay, that's that. Now turn that off. Step three would be, what's step three? So working the pieces out basically. So I might do this like this, I might put a neck there, hairline, eyes line, you know, nose, you know, nose line, but it's all on the other side of the head, so we're not going to see it much. Ear there on the side. You're looking away from the, but again, moving that across, see, because it's not in the exact perfect place, I feel, so we're really fixing things up now, like I said. Okay, a shoulder line there, a shoulder, two shoulders, see? Line goes down to there, elbow here. And you know, you can put like a little cube if you want for the you know, you can put like this kind of a shape if you want to. So you can put a cube for the hand if you want. See, so like that, join them up as you go, so you join them up. Here, okay, put a line across if you want there, so join that up there. Okay, good. Okay, not too good. I know how I've done that arm in the position, I know, but anyway, here, breaking up the pieces. So this is here, okay, you can make it look like that. Spines there, shoulder blades, whatever, you know, just anything that's like, just try to put these pieces like a wooden dummy, literally. Okay, this is here, like a pair of wooden underpants, but you just put that on there. That's there, see. Put some, you can put a socket and a ball if you want. This here, make it the right length. That knee was a bit too long, I feel. Join that on there, see. Boom, join that up, bang. Half crack right there. Line goes back down there, see. Boom, so you can put a muscle if you want to put a bit of muscle, it's up to you. The other one's on the other side, we're not really going to see it, but I'll just draw it there to give us some guidance. A knee should be about here, I think, giving us something to work the leg towards. Bam, and that arm looks a little bit like, a bit whack, a bit weak. So I'm going to make it a bit bigger here. And it's not the best, you know, targeting, really. I can move it a bit, you know, whatever. But I'm just showing you how we would work the basic positioning, is what I'm trying to say. Anything that looks a bit off about this, you can just fix. You could even erase the whole fucking thing. You know? Here we go, right there, see? Okay. Right there. It really depends on what you want to do, really. But, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So, you might go there. You might go there like that. And, you know, get it in the right position. Boom, like he's punched that. You may want to even like turn his head the other way because he doesn't look like he's like in the right direction. So step 3. So from step 4, just really quickly again. Step 4 would be just a sketch of your character, right? So I'm not going to do step 5, which is the proper one. I'm just saying you do like oh, don't forget to do your scribbles. Don't forget to do your scribbles for the hair as well. Just put some scribble in for the hair. Don't forget to do that. But I'm not doing it this time. Just doing it really quickly. So there, he's looking the other way for some reason. I'm just going to put him in a hoodie to make it simple, you know. It's much easier that way when you don't have all those muscles to deal with. You know, so like there, so he's punching. It's kind of a crazy one, this one, isn't it? So that really simple. Boom, he's punched something. A few ripples in the clothes, maybe. No. Put that like that. Again, you can see now the leg. It looks to me like it's a little bit too far out, or we may just make it bigger. Okay, that's better. Okay, good. Yeah, come here. Again, this might be here, so come up here. Again, you've got to work it out a certain way. There's my brothers. Okay, come here. And that's about there. So, and then you've got, yeah, I think it's obviously it's a weird setup, I know, but just trying to show you. Another thing you could do, and I'll start again from here, is just really quickly, is you could go like this, you know, like he's doing a move, let's say, punching the target, you know. You can literally right from the start, if you really want to, go in and put, you know, there's nothing wrong with mixing these steps up either, you know. Put this here, put a few things on if you wanted to, you know, like I'm saying. So, and that works as well. It does work, you know. And when you get better, you can just like start to work out a better bodily structure anyway. See, it looks a bit somewhat more like muscles and stuff. So there, boom. Hairline, eyes line, nose line, mouth line, boom. Put the circles in if you want. Put that in. Put the ears in. So, and you can just literally work it from there. I'll put the chest in. And just start sketching from there. But obviously that arm looks really, really too long. Yeah. So make it shorter there. Just like this, select, fix it up like that. But you know, you can move it a bit closer. We can just do various things. Don't worry too much about the target. Just imagine that the target's moved closer now. That's all you need to do, really, right? You don't need to move it to fix that stupid target. You know. So this is here, okay. It's okay, sometimes I'll do that, like half the leg there. I might put a joint on, so you go see, boom, there. And then work it down there, it depends. And you might go with something like that. So, and again, these arms looks a little bit bent, I must say, so you might want to fix that up a bit more normal looking. Okay. Okay, good. There you go. Like something like that. We can always move him closer to the target, obviously, and you know, can do this kind of thing. So it's basically just the movement itself. Now, what I used to do is I used to go like from here. Two things. One, I used to do this. So I have the shoulders ready, then the hands. Boom. So it's like he's doing boxing. See, here, shoulder on here, boom, and this fist's coming closer. The other shoulder will be back there a little bit. Here, and I just do the legs like that. Okay. Put hips in if you want to. See, that works really, really well. Just doing it like that, I think it works really well. Do a basic shape around it. Boom. Shoulders. Yeah. Bottom of the arms there. Forearms. Join it up. Head. Resize it. Whatever. Put the neck in. This here. Okay. Come in here. Down here. Resize that if you need to, whatever, wider, whatever. Okay, you know, and this works really well as well. Okay, this one here now. So the shoulder, the rest of it here, you see, and then we put all the details on later. Neck here, head about here. So okay, good. Yep, and then this is it. The spine's about there. They're coming in. See, this is the waist, and then here, and this is here. Okay, and that is how I'm doing that. Now it's kind of twisted on the side, but it's alright, you're not going to see too much of the other hand. You might do the back of his other arm there if you want to. I didn't really draw it in, you know, just do a bit of the shoulder, but it doesn't matter. Knee, and then maybe at the foot, maybe there, see? So I'm saying, and then this could up here, and then here. Fix that a bit, see? You know what I'm saying? You put, and then you can, as you go in, you can start to make it like a muscly kind of basic structure to give yourself some understanding, you know, just to make it resemble more so hair, eyes, nose, mouth, okay, ears, eyes there, as resemble as best you can, hair, eyes, nose, mouth, you know, a human basically. You know, and then later you can do your proper character on top. Shoulder blade there, spine, gut, fucking underpants. A bit more muscle on top of that leg if you want to put it there, yeah, good. So, knee there, boom, and then go. You see, that's another thing you can do. So we start with this, which is a good reference, and then we come up with something like that, which is better, as I'm saying. You can put your hair in and all that as well if you want to put the hair in, you know, and the ears and all the rest of it. I'm just gonna spin them bitches around. I'm gonna spin these around, and I'm gonna keep that as a reference for myself. Sometimes keep your stuff as a reference, as I say. Keep your stuff as a reference. So put this here. Oh, excuse me, what happened there? Move that across. Cut. Crop. Yes. Where are we? Rotate left. Save as. So save it in my folder. In here. Yep. Come out of here. No. Open that up again. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna say. So, two more things I want to say to you very quickly. Two more things. Okay. One is this: just using silhouettes in general can be a good thing to do. So you come here to put the forearms, whatever. That can be a very good, useful thing to do, especially when you're doing animation. Go to another layer, you know, and just completely like just work it up, you know. So they're coming from here, you know, he's coming up like that, you know. You see what I'm saying? So from here, boom, he's going up to kick, and then you can just literally do a silhouette first of all. You can do more frames, of course, if you want. Maybe that arm there is like blocking, as I say. And you get so into the motion that later on you don't really worry too much about how you're drawing it. You just, you know, you realise, boom, so boom, and then, you know, once you get used to doing that, you can like draw your proper characters on top, can't you? Anyway, see, when you're in normal mode, and just somehow, you know, just make these. You can just treat this as like your step 2, like I showed you earlier, step 1 and step 2, right? You see, just get the basic shape of a body down. See, this is this, see, boom, this is here. You see what I'm saying? This is just, and you can kind of like just work them out. you know, center. So center line here. Sorry, here. This goes here. Here, chest. You know, this arm will be down here. Put a hand there like he's blocking the leg. So okay, whatever. Okay, here. This is here. Whatever. Little ear, little line for the ear. You might want to put there. Something like that. Back of the neck about there, actually. Now that's cool, right? You can bring that down, or rather, bring this one lighter. Merge that down, then bring that lighter maybe, or opacity down, you know. You can go on top of that and draw your proper characters, but you have to understand that 3D thing is what I'm saying first. Now let's look at step 2, like the 3D-ness of it, you know, how they're moving around. Yeah, I want to show you this. Another thing is this, is doing the motion, like already, like doing this. I love doing this. Like this is here, see, look, watch. I can't say too much about what it is. It's just what it is. You just see. See, so I know each part. See, like that. See, and this one is here. The other hand's back there, and we can see exactly what's going on. So head right here. Okay, the arm's back here. See, it's another way of getting to this stage, but like, you know, using another method to get different perspective basically as well. See? It's showing all the direction. All the direction. I can bring this down and use that and draw on top of that. So let's just say, rather than doing another technique, if I go here and I say, let's imagine there's a character being hit by this strike. So let's imagine, so that his body's going here, okay, boom. But lines like down like that. And I might put a head, I might draw a head in and do some lines, that's okay, but I want to just mostly like just, I might do it as I go, you know. The other hands are going to make like, you know, I can make the hands here maybe. Just put some fingers, like some lines like that, boom, so. And let's just imagine, so his legs are here. And this is down here, so, and I can draw as I go. You like kind of triangle kind of structures, you see here. Center here, but I know it's not that good. Really, I've done it not the best. He's been kicked in the gut. But I'll show you what I mean. If I'm here, I'm imagining this body, see, bending, see here. Yeah, and then I'm doing, they can be zigzags, whatever, I can do it this way. See, it can be like a zigzag going into it if I want to, like that. You know. You know what I'm saying? And you just see where they're going. So like, if I go with a triangle, now if I go here, see? If I go here, you can put these like little triangles in. They're like bones. I'm like making skeletons almost. This is his torso, twisted up there. This is the hip there on that side. It's like a skinny, what do you call it? Wooden dummy mannequin skeleton. That's what it's like, you know. That's what they said. It's basically a It's kind of bendy, you know. That's basically what those mannequins, those wooden mannequins, actually represent. Anyway, you know. Come over here. You can do like fingers like that, and just do a hand if you want to do it like that. I've not drawn the other hand, as I say. You can put a little fist up here or something like that. You've got your arm there, maybe. This guy here, same thing. So I'll come in here, adjusting the bodily shape. You see, neck, head. This arm's here, maybe he was holding a sword or something. Katana sword or whatever. He tried to kill him. You see? He tried to kill him. And this, yeah, see, I could have it maybe better. I make him a bit closer, maybe maybe he just moved out of the way. Maybe he just slashed his leg, like, you know, who knows. This is it here, see? And this is going this direction, right? So here, here, and here, see? And then here, this one, and then here, hands, fingers, right? Okay. And from here, this side here, we can make it like this. Now I was going to make it like he's actually kicking him, so make that like a bit of a foot there, maybe is kicking, he's trying to kick him, maybe something like that. You could even, I mean, it looks a little bit too straight on, I think, how it looks very, very stiff. I think this one looks to be, is the word. And a bit big as well, so I'd probably make them a bit like that. See that, boom, see? He's kicked him in the crotch. He's kicked him in the crotch and he's kicked him in the face. How about that? Wow. And you could like just work that shit out. Delete that. And we got an interesting little situation going on here. However, the only problem is it's that should be underneath that leg that we can't see what's going on. However, so the problem is it's just too what's the word? We've got a sword too. We've got the that leg's really too long as well, isn't it? It really is, I think. A bit too light. Oh, hold on. Shit. Oh, where are we? Yeah. Something like that, right? Yeah, so almost the problem is we came a little bit too far away from the initial D, from the what we had in the first place. But you see what I'm saying? You go somewhere like this. Play with the perspective a bit as well if you want to on the image. You see? Definitely a way that you can work some specific moves out, you know. Head, body, right, torso coming under here. Just zigzags if you want for that little noodles there. So different. I've done this before, I'm just showing it again. This goes here, out there. You just join them up with these pieces, see? As you go to do that, boom, boom, so this goes here, and you just combine the different methods, see? There you go, bud. Like that. Yeah, here, and here. Okay, we like this. Head about there, maybe. You know, you can fix things up. Maybe this guy's holding two guns. I don't know. We're just standing here. He's observing that guy's training. I don't know. Things like that, you know. So thanks for watching. I'm going to stop this video. More things to come. This video has been a little bit different. We covered a few different methods, as I say. I'm not saving that one there. We did this picture, don't forget, earlier, which I was happy with. It's okay how it turned out. Got the colour one, the main one, which is this one. And more stuff to come, a lot more stuff to come, and in the future too. More animation from me, as I say. And you take care of yourselves. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, Keep yourself safe and healthy. I'm stopping this video here. Peace.